friends, today we are going to study chapter number first, Introduction to Diversity of Higher Crypto Games. Now introduction. Crypto games are divided into Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Thallophyta contains thalloid non-flowering plants like algae, fungi, lichens, etc. They are considered as lower crypto games, while Bryophyta and Pteridophyta are higher crypto games. Now, definition of diversity of higher crypto games. The variation in occurrence, habit and habitat, size, shape, number, variety, variability, life form, and span of life in higher crypto game is called diversity of higher crypto games. Now, diversity of higher crypto games. Among the higher crypto games, Bryophyte is the simplest and primitive group. It probably originated from the aquatic algae-like thalloid plants. Most of these plants are terrestrial, but they require water to complete their life cycle. There are about 1,000 genera and over 25,000 species of bryophytes. They are commonly known as amphibians of plant kingdom. Bryophytes are wide in distribution. They occur everywhere. They grow in moist, cool, and shady places in forests, mountains, hills, tree trunks, branches, etc. Among the higher cryptogames, Pteridophyta is a large division of plants, which includes fern, horsetails, club mosses, and a few other forms, as well as many fossil groups. The plant body of Pteridophyta differ into root, stem, and leaves. Pteridophytes are the spore-producing vascular plants and distinguished from other cryptogames by the presence of vascular tissues, that is xylem and phloem. So they are also known as vascular cryptogames. There are about 400 genera and over 15,000 species of pteridophytes. They show diversity in their shape, size, and habitat. Most of the living pteridophytes are terrestrial. They grow in moist, cool, and shady places. Some members of pteridophytes are aquatic and few are xerophytic. The plant body of pteridophyte is sporophytic and form dominant phase in the life cycle. Pteridophyta is only a group among Plantae showing a typical heteromorphic alternation of generation where both the plant bodies, that is sporophyte and gametophytes, are separate and independent. Now bryophytes. Bryophyte is a Greek word. Bryon means moss and phyton means plant. The bryophytes are small, green, thalloid, and non-vascular plants. They may be a millimeter to 30 centimeter or more in length. Tausonia is the largest bryophyte. There are about 1,000 genera and 25,000 species of bryophytes. Mostly they are terrestrial. They grow in amphibious zone. So bryophytes are known as the amphibians of plant kingdom. They occur on the bank of lakes, stream, river, on moist soil, rocks, wall, tree trunks, and branches. A few of them are aquatic, for example, Rixia frutans. Bryophytes grow during rainy season in forest and mountains. For example, Rixia, Markensia, Enthusias, Funaria, Polytrichum, etc. Now, general characters of bryophytes. The bryophytes are known as the amphibians of plant kingdom as they grow on the amphibious zone. Mostly, bryophytes are terrestrial. The plant body of bryophytes is thalloid like this, or differ into root, stem, and leaf-like structure. In lower forms, for example, Rixia, Markensia, Enthusias, the plant body is thalloid with dorsiventral symmetry, while in higher form, for example, mosses, the plant body is erect and differ into root, stem, and leaf-like structure with radial symmetry like this. In Bryophyta, gametophytic phase is dominant. Bryophyte develops hair-like outgrowth called rhizoids. The function of the rhizoid is fixation and absorption. In lower forms, the rhizoids are unicellular, unbranched, and two types, such as smooth wall rhizoids and tuberculated rhizoids. Whereas in higher forms, for example, mosses, the rhizoids are multicellular and branched. In Bryophyta, vascular tissues, for example, xylem and phloem, are absent. Sexual reproduction is oogamous. In Bryophyta, sex organs are multicellular and jacketed like this. This is the male sex organ known as antheridium. It is made up of many cells and having the sterile covering. This is female sex organ archegonium. It is also multicellular and having the jacket layers. So in Bryophyta, the sex organs are multicellular and jacketed. In Bryophytes, the male sex organs are called antheridia. The antheridial wall is made up of single sterile cell layer. Antheridium contains a mass of androcytes. At maturity, each androcyte gives a single biflagellate sperm. In Bryophyta, the female sex organ is known as archegonium. In archegonium, neck is made up of 6 vertical cell layer. Fertilization takes place only in the presence of water. After the fertilization, the zygote is formed. Embryogeny is exoscopy. The diploid zygote divides, redivides, and forms sporophyte. The sporophyte differ into foot, seta, and capsule. In some, for example, Rixia, foot and seta absent, only capsule is present. The sporophyte is without roots and leaves. It is simple and permanently attached to the gametophyte. Thus, the gametophytic generation is dominant in bryophytes. Sporophyte produces haploid spore or meiospores. Bryophytes are homosporous because all the spores are similar. Spores germinate and directly develops into the new plants. Or in mosses, the spores germinate and form the protonema. In Bryophyta, alternation of generation is heteromorphic or heterologous. Now, alternation of generation. The phenomenon of alternation of gametophytic phase with the sporophytic phase is called alternation of generation. The life cycle of bryophytes shows two different phases